Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tom, I'm a makeup artist from London. Today I wanted to film a little makeup look for you that's enhancing, just sort of like making the best of your features. It's the kind of thing I've been doing a lot at work recently, so I thought I would give a little demo for you so that you can get the look at home. I'm recording another video at the same time as this one, which is a foundation review, and it's on the NARS Soft Matte foundation, so that video will either be out before this one or just after this, so you'll have to wait to hear my thoughts. Let's get on with the rest of the video. Now, a product I've not used in absolutely ages is the NARS eyeshadow base. I absolutely love this, and I basically mostly use it on bridal. Because of the situation in the UK, I haven't really been doing that many weddings, so when mine finished up, I didn't bother to buy any more. Normally when I'm on set doing other jobs, I don't like something that holds the eyeshadow as much because they're such long days, and I like to be able to touch up, change the makeup. Often we have to take off makeup during a long day on set, so I don't necessarily want it to stay as strongly as if I was doing a bridal look or, you know, sort of a makeover for someone. I just think this shade is the medium one, and it just corrects my eyelids really nicely. It provides a great base. I know a lot of people like to do this sort of thing with concealer. But yeah, I don't know, I just really get along well with the NARS base. You can take it the whole way across the lid. I've mentioned a few times before on this channel that if you have hooded eyes like me, you do probably need to use a base just to stop things from creasing. Actually forgot to mention, but I'm using this brush set today from Real Techniques. I thought I would only use brushes in the set just so that you can have like an idea of what you can get affordably. I know I use a lot of really expensive products, so I thought at least with the brushes I can be affordable. And that first one was a medium shadow brush. You could also use this for concealer under the eyes, made by Will again after. Okay, so I'm gonna go in first with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. I think it's the original one. I'm just in love with the sort of browny pinky shade here on top. I just think it looks so flattering on almost everyone. And I'm going in with, what is this? A defining crease brush from Real Techniques. It's quite small, and as I've mentioned before, if you do have downturned and hooded eyes and you're trying to be quite specific about placement, it's really, really helpful to have a small blending brush. I'm just tilting my head back and taking it just above where my natural crease would be. I'm only applying the softest, most gentle amount of this because this is really, I want to say, a daytime look. It's enhancing and defining rather than sort of too bold. Because the brush is small, I'm not able to take it too far. And remember that trick, sort of from the outside of your nose to the eye, it's sort of where the brow ends as well. Don't take your eyeshadow any further than that so as not to enhance the downturned shape. Now, if you want to, you can build this up. If you're doing more of a nighttime look, that might be a good idea for you. But for me, this is probably going to be enough. And I'm actually just going to run it, can you see, just into the socket here? It fits so perfectly, just to ensure like that seamless blend. It just transitions into nothing. And just now I'm going to follow the end of the eye here and just wing it slightly out. Nothing too crazy, but just to turn that shape up. And I'm following in with a blender, which is the Essential Crease brush, and I'm just blending that away. So normally when I'm at work, I would just use the other colours from this palette. So one of these two, this is a lovely glitter topper, and this one is sort of like a natural shimmery shade just over the lid. But I have a product from Suqqu, it's the Touch Tone Eyes in number 12. Oh, and it's got such glitter and shimmer, and I just feel like I want to inject that onto my eyes to give myself a sort of nice glistery, glowy look. I'm using my fingers. The only thing about these is that they actually do fall down a little bit, so you do have to be a little bit careful when you're applying it. You'll see it dropping underneath the eye. I've not set anything or put any concealer under there yet, so I feel like it's not so much of an issue, but just bear that in mind. It would probably benefit from a like a glitter base, but I just can't be bothered. I'm gonna whack it straight on. I don't mind a bit of glitter on my face. Okay, so what I'm about to do next might shock a lot of you who have been around this channel for a while. I'm actually going to be doing a winged eyeliner. Now, with my downturned and hooded eyes, it's actually very, very challenging to do without making a super bold look. However, because of the way that I'm filming my videos, you're actually angled downwards in terms of the camera, so you're looking down on me, and you don't necessarily see the full extent of my my hood and how much sort of droop I have on my eyes. I've noticed that if I tilt my head back, you actually can't really tell that I have the hood, so I just thought for people who don't have a hood, I would actually show you a winged liner look, just to kind of switch things up. I'm going in with the fine liner brush with the Inglot gel eyeliner. Just going to take it right close to the root of the lashes. I still have to be very careful because although I am tilting my head back, I still don't have a lot of space to play with. Well, we're starting here in the corner, getting a smooth transition. And bringing that into the highest point of my eye, and then following the natural line I have from the bottom of from my bottom lash line. Now, for many people, this wouldn't really even be considered a wing because it's so tiny, but it's the best I can get out of my eyes, even if I'm looking down like this. Okay, so I've gone in on the other side and done the same wing. The key to it is by keeping the wing very flat and drawn out for my eye shape. Now, if you were to look at my eyes normally, sort of straight on, this doesn't look right, but just because of the angle that I'm filming, I can just about get away with it. I've got my mascara on as well, and I'm gonna go in with a concealer. I'm using a mix of 2 shades of the Pro Filt'r concealer from Fenty Beauty. This was recommended to me by a friend of mine, amazing makeup artist, and I'm mixing 260 and 185, popping it under my eyes using the medium shadow brush that I use for the eyeshadow base. Because I've got the wing, I want to really highlight that and just take the brighter concealer underneath to really enhance that. And I'm taking it all the way underneath my lash line to clean up. Going to use the rest of that concealer around other points of the face just to bump up the coverage and make myself look nice and even. Okay, I can't lie, that's made me feel absolutely flat as a pancake. So much coverage on my skin, I think I need to introduce a little bit of shaping, a little bit of warmth, just to sort of bring back dimension. So I'm going to go in with a new Suqqu product. It's one of their Pure Colour blushes. This one's in 128. I have this exact same product, but it had shimmer in. So I'm excited that this one looks a little bit more sort of a natural satiny matte. I'm probably going to go somewhere in the middle here and just take that across the cheekbones with a NARS brush. I'm not sure what the name is, but it's one of their old type brushes. I think they're actually getting rid of these, which is a real shame. I'm just taking that gently across the cheeks. Suqqu powder products are so beautiful. They're very gently pigmented, but you can build them up so they never feel like too much all in one go. It's really across the cheekbones and across the cheeks. And I'll even take a little bit across the forehead here. Just a gentle kiss. That nude shade is really pretty, but I'm going to go in with another Pure Colour blush, and this one is in 117. And again, just to get a little bit of that pinky rosy hue, I just want to get that on the cheeks. I'm taking it straight down the middle again. I don't want it from the darker side because obviously for my skin tone that wouldn't quite work. Just giving it a swirl in the product. And just taking that more on the cheeks, sort of across my face in a horizontal direction. I'm not using this to sculpt or shape the face, it's really just for the colour to the apples. I'm going to go in also with the By Terry Hydra powder. It's the Hydroluron powder. I know I'm very, very matte already, but I just think this product is not supposed to dry you out at all. It's supposed to literally be a powder for people with dry skin, and I just need some more blurring, I think, on my pores around the centre of my face. Some of that blush had a bit of shimmer in, and I think that's just maybe given me a little bit too much of a pory look. I would take that just in the middle of the face. It's a very delicate powder. I've been using it on set all week. I found that it doesn't have a huge amount of oil control. So I've had a few girls who were on the oilier side and I used it anyway, just because I didn't want a powdery finish on the face, but I did have to touch up. So if you are someone who is oily, I don't think this is going to work for you. My next defining and enhancing tip is actually something that makeup artists have used for a really long time, and that's using brow pencils as a lip liner. Now, I naturally tend to err to something a little bit cooler because I want to create a shadow. But I saw Fiona Stars do a video on her Instagram, and she says that she swears by the colour Auburn. Now, Now, Auburn to me says redhead, warmth. And that's not necessarily what I want when I'm trying to make a natural shadow, but I'm going to try it on camera to give it a good whirl. I'm just taking it gently around the natural border of my lip. And I'm just stretching it to its limit, basically. I have a bit of a strange lip line where it sort of comes in and comes out. You know, some parts are defined, some parts aren't. And I have naturally wonky lips anyway. The only thing I do find about using this sort of technique with a pencil is that it's so tickly on the lips because it's such a fine point. So if you're ticklish, it might not be for you. Alrighty, so this is what the whole lip looks like. I'm just going to go in and blend it slightly out. Now, the thing that I can only think about this is that the reason why I tend to use a cooler tone of brow pencil is that the cooler ones don't have any red, so they provide a much more shadowy look, which tends to be more natural. This still does work, but I just think the Auburn shade just looks a lot like other lip pencils I own. And the reason why I do use the eyeshadow, the cooler brow pencils, is that I really don't have lip liners in those colours that have that much sort of coolness and ashiness. I mean, this looks lovely and it has really naturally enhanced the shape of my lip, but I feel like the colour is the same as any other, not any other lip liner, but a lot of lip liners I own. I'm going to finish up with the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss from Kiko, and it's in the shade number 19. This is a beautiful gloss. I just picked up on a whim the other day when I went into Kiko, taking it to the back of my hand because it's in my kit already, and I'm just going to put that naturally over. I don't want to say the eyes are a statement, but there's enough going on there that we really don't need much going on the lip. These are so comfortable to wear, really creamy. They are sheer, but that's kind of what I like about them. I just think it's super pretty. This look genuinely took me no time at all. You're just whacking on 2 eyeshadows on the eye, a tiny bit of liner, and then the lip is really quick. I do feel I'm a slight bit too matte, and that's really more about the foundation than it is anything else. It's not a bad thing, it's just something that I'm not quite used to, certainly with my dry skin. So I'm going to go in with the Hydrating Facial Mist from Weleda. It's a cactus mist. I really, really like it. Very, very refreshing, and I think it will just bring that little bit of dewiness and glowiness back to my skin. And that's the finished look, a really defined and enhanced version of yourself, drawing the eyes up, a little bit of sparkle, just some shaping. I think this is such an easy day-to-day makeup. It takes absolutely no time at all. Once you have all your products, just whack them on. The only thing that needs precision is a little bit of the eyeliner, but that's very quick to learn. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below, and I would love to see you back for another video. Until then, I'll see you again. Bye, guys.